Hi guys, welcome to Pendulum Healing. Finally, the favoritist course of mine online. I have been working with pendulums for as long as I can remember. I actually can't even remember, I don't think, what my first experience was. But pendulums have always been around for me. On this course, it is important that you watch the videos and also try it out, but also read the notes that I prepare in handouts. I prepare notes on purpose and share as much information as I can. A pendulum journey will be a very personal journey for you. It will be a journey into healing modalities and also generally your own well-being and your connection to your own life. I have been asked so many times, how does pendulum healing work? I have seen so many videos where people purport to knowing exactly that, giving exactly one reason, sometimes a scientific reason, on why it works. I have an issue with that, as you will probably see in my handout for day one. The reason I have an issue with that is even the best physicists on Earth don't have the answer to everything. They are theoretical physicists and theoretical for a reason. They are working on theories. And for me, healing and most of energetic work, we cannot put onto paper 100% and say this is 100% how it works and why it works. We just aren't that advanced yet. I spend my days trying to prove it. I am, as you will see in my notes, hugely into quantum field theory and physics in general. I have looked into so many theories, so many things that can be explained, and tried to manipulate that to find out myself exactly for me how this works. My days are spent generally researching. But I cannot tell you 100% how this works. You have to accept that it does and have a healthy relationship with it. So it has to fit within your belief systems. If you believe strongly that spirit is channeling the healing through, then that is your belief system. If you believe that quantum mechanics are in play, then that is your belief system. If you believe it's a mix of everything, go with it. You have to accept what's right for you. What I believe that quantum field theory is the direction that we need to look in to understand this in full. The theory of everything, the elusive theory of everything, will provide an insight, I believe, on how this works. But we have some parts missing that we can't explain yet. I believe that we are part of a field. Field is a good word. It does make us think that it's flat, but an energetic field. Energetic field. The words aren't there yet either, as you can tell from my lack of great English on it. So field theory, in that we are all connected in a field. Everything has a vibration within that field. One vibration will affect another vibration. And I highly, highly recommend you Google, for example, the Higgs boson or Higgs field theory. If you look into that, and you'll get a better understanding of what I'm trying to say. But any form of movement or spin or vibration within a field will set off ripples, if you like. It's the only analogy I can think of. It's the only analogy that will work here. It's obviously very different in effect, but one vibration will affect another. Let's keep it that simple, eh? So find your belief system, read through, and please research field theory. It is fascinating. And if you do have a healthy relationship with breaking your brain every day, you will be more open to this working. So let's get on to pendulums, because before I go into my full-on existential crisis, it is better just to get working. Whichever pendulum you are working with, you can create vibrations, you can create a change in vibrations, a change in frequency, and that is the basis upon we work with our pendulums. The anti-clockwise spin we think of as a removal, like the left hand is your removal hand. And then the clockwise spin is your healing, the going into, the infusion of, or the raising of. So the two movements on your pendulum will be the ones that we are using on our pendulum healing. And they are the ones that will be the most important to you on this course. If you have not done basic pendulum course, radiesthesia course, do it before you do this one, where I teach you everything you need to know about colors, radiesthesia, etc. It's on Udemy. So take out your favorite pendulum for this course. Hold it as we know how to hold it. Keep your arm relaxed, not totally stiff. And set the intention that you will now use this pendulum for healing. Place your free hand underneath and say, remove all harmful vibrations from my mind, body, soul, and energy fields. And as you see, the pendulum starts to turn anti-clockwise. You can also put your arm up if that's a better position for you. I'm just going to move back. And don't worry if it only does a small swing to start with. It is completely normal. It may just do small for you until you get going. So you want your pendulum to turn anti-clockwise and then turn clockwise. Mine's quite heavy. You see, my hand's moving because of the weight. I'm quickening it up so that we aren't here all day. I'm mentally saying stop. I only do that to quicken for the video purposes. Okay, and then it goes into the healing or the entering or the raising clockwise. So we always run anti-clockwise followed by clockwise and then stop. And each pendulum will have its own swing. That's the Isis Osiris. Some pendulums will also only turn clockwise, so make sure you don't have one for this removals exercise 2 that is one that only goes clockwise. This is the Osiris, your green minus. I've mentally given it some more commands, some healing commands that I know that I need. We'll go into commands tomorrow. But as you see, this one swings much more violently, if you like, than the Isis Osiris. Sorry, I'm moving in between my arms, hurting now. Stop. Sorry, it was just too much. I had to say stop. And then it starts to go in the clockwise motion. And it shouldn't turn too much clockwise on this occasion because the instructions I have given mentally were removals rather than so much healing. Thank you. And then I remove the Osiris, and it's always stored separately. I will show you the pendulum. This is the energy pendulum, the spiral that only turns clockwise. And you will see that it starts immediately. It's over my body. Sorry, my arms. So now, over my body. And this is where it will do its biggest job for me, because this one's already programmed as an energy pendulum and I know what happens on my left arm. All the pendulums I use are from Pendulum BAJ. They are all heavy pendulums, so if you do see my hand moving, it is because of the weight. So this is a pendulum that can move around. It does aura work. And when you find spots where work's needed, it goes mental. It's probably trying to get rid of the energy from the lights there. Okay, stop. Let's stop. So pendulums will spin differently depending on what pendulum it is. They will spin differently depending on the intention you have given and the program they have, which we'll go into later in the course. So don't worry if you just get a really small left and then a really small right. Don't worry about it. It's normal when you're starting. These are pendulums. My intentions are already set for my intentions are already set for what I do with them, so they are all keen on I'm not giving them any personality or anything like that. I have programmed them for a reason, so my intention is set and the job is done each time. So day one, all you have to do is set the intention for your pendulum to be used for healing, and then remove, as it says in the handout, remove all harmful vibrations from the mind, body, soul, and energy fields, and see how it works for you. If you want to post a video in the groups, then do on Facebook. Let me know how it goes. And that was day one. Have a lovely day.